2. No tenders for Henry. Nellie had enjoyed her first few days in Tidmouth Yard. She'd been asleep for a long time, and it felt good to get her wheels moving and back to what she liked most, pushing trucks around. Only now she got to move the coaches too. They were heavy, often in long rakes, and didn't like to be biffed. "You push too hard, you push too hard," they complained. The trucks complained too. "Ouch, ooh, oh, ooh, oh, oh, oh." But Nellie knew that they enjoyed the rough treatment. She'd spent many years in a colliery, where the trucks eagerly awaited to be ordered about. They hated the feeling of being empty, and would beg her to get them filled up. The coaches, however, were quite adamant. "We're for people, not cattle," the coaches cried as Nellie ordered them for James's train. "Then all that mooing must be coming from your springs instead," Nellie joked, and that shut them up. "What's this about cows?" James asked, coming to his train. "Got one in your hatcher, do you? One wouldn't dare come close to you, not with the speed you barge at those coaches." "I've shunted trucks for 30 years, I'll have you know, and coaches take a different approach to some dusty stone wagons." "I shunted coal." "And coal is a kind of stone, isn't it?" Nellie knew that coal was, in fact, organic material compressed over time. It was closer to a tree than a rock, and certainly not like a stone. Perhaps it was close to the rock that James had lived under his whole life. "Anyway, splendid engines like me have better places to be. The passengers must travel, and they prefer a red engine to pull them. Don't catch a cow whilst I'm off." And James chaffed away. Nellie got back to her work, wondering what planet that red engine lived on. The day was almost over when Toby showed up in the yard. Nellie found him by Tidmouth's harbour, the awful smell of fish carried by steam and soot.
"I'm glad I caught you,"
Toby said.
"This van here's for James picking up goods tomorrow morning, and you must be careful with it."
"Does it also like the colour red?"
"No joking, Nellie. This van is very volatile. It can't be anywhere near fire, including ours. When you put this in the train, it must go in the middle, and can't have coal or oil around it. Do you understand?"
Nellie was starting to miss her life shunting coal wagons. They were strange creatures, but they certainly weren't volatile. "Huh, those coaches are volatile too," she said. "Always on edge."
"Very funny,"
Toby said, although Nellie didn't think she'd told a joke.
"Just shunt this thing with empty wagons and put it in the center of the train."
Nellie whistled her confirmation, and Toby left his rake of trucks there for her to sort out. That night, after all the goods trains had come and gone, Nellie finally had time to arrange the next day's rakes. She'd assembled Henry's wagons in the long harbour shed, and was just finishing up James's pickup goods when she counted one van short.
"Oh, it's that gunpowder van,"
her driver said.
"We'll have to go back to the harbour for it."
Nellie came across it shortly, right where Toby had left it, away from the rest of the vans. No wonder she'd missed it. Why had Toby left it so far from everything else? That old kettle in a box. He'd said to put this wagon in the centre of the rake, but Nellie had already put the whole train together. Sure, she could split the train, pick up this van, then put it back together, but that could take up to an hour's work, and it was already past her bedtime.
"Oh, an engine!"
The gunpowder van shrieked excitedly.
"Engines don't like to get close to me."
Nellie knew that it was wrong, but if James wanted his van sorted correctly, he shouldn't have been so rude. If he was afraid of the van as Toby, maybe then he'd even get a fright when he saw it at the front of the train. In the dead of the night, with no engines in sight, Nellie coupled the van to the head of James's goods, then scurried off to her sheds. It took Nellie longer than the other engines to wake up, as her repaired systems sometimes struggled to build steam. She barely had her focus when James gave a smarmy whistle. "How many cows will you catch today?" he asked. "Unless you're on my line, none," Nellie said, then paused. Why are you here? Aren't you meant to be on the early pickup goods?" "My safety valve jammed yesterday, and I'm still waiting on the inspector. Henry's had to pick up my goods and his own. He could use the exercise if you ask me." Nellie watched Henry lumber away with the longest rake of wagons she'd ever seen. So long he'd taken both brake vans with him. Steam and soot billowed into the dawn sky from his funnel, Behind his tender, the gunpowder van rattled along, looking very pleased with itself. It sang gleefully as it passed the sheds. I can see an engine's bum, tiddly bum, tiddly bum. I can see an engine's bum, tiddly bum. Hooray! What a joy, what a joy! Oh dear, I'll be right back. Nellie whistled, then scurried off. Henry was regretting taking this train. It was long, heavy, and the trucks seemed to be holding back, almost as if they were afraid of being moved. Henry was already tired by the time he'd hauled this platoon of vans to the toe of Gordon's Hill. No banker was available today, and Henry thought that was the next thing this railway needed after a yard pilot.
Come along.
He huffed up Gordon's Hill.
We don't feel good. We don't feel good.
The trucks groaned behind. Sparks erupted from Henry's funnel as his pistons pushed harder. That's when trouble hit.
Do you smell wood burning?
His driver asked. The guard's van started dinging frantically, and the fireman peered behind. We've got a fire in van 2, he said, then shrieked. We've got gunpowder in van 1.
All right, one option then, before Gordon's Hill turns into Gordon's volcano.
What about Willsworth? The fireman asked.
The vac brake should hold it, or they will once we abandon.
Henry shouted, and the guards pinned their brakes. Suddenly, the train welded to the steep tracks, pinning Henry to the van aflame. His fireman pounded at the drawbar, but it wasn't until the driver shut off steam that he was able to release it. That's when Henry surged forward, free of the tender and the train.
I hope we get to Crosby before the boom.
Suffice it to say, the Fed controller was not pleased.
Henry, you've made an egregious mistake this morning,
he said.
Nellie has only shunted coal and stone before. She doesn't have the experience to know instinctually where to put a gunpowder van. But you do. How did this occur?
We're all tired, sir.
Henry moped.
I was late starting and...
Safety shall never be compromised.
The Fed controller snapped.
Even Nellie spotted her mistake as you trundled past the sheds, and she was able to fetch the new specialized firefighting wagon, which will certainly appear more than once and was not carted out here just to be plugged as wooden railway merchandise. You owe the continued existence of your tender to this tram engine.
Actually, it was my fault, Nellie chimed in. I was lazy, and I knew the van shouldn't have been there, but I was trying to frighten James with it, and...
Oh, playing tricks, are we? Well, that won't do, will it? We shall see about you, Nellie. We shall see.